Alright, welcome back everybody to Jordan's Gaming Gambit, and we are going to continue off our journey here in Bellwright. So I was able to play through a few days since our last playthrough. I decided to get some crafting done. We built a few of the tier 2 villages or buildings, and I went off and did a bunch of quests so that we could gain some of our renown back up, just so we could start recruiting some more people. One thing you guys will notice is I do have a raid incoming today, but what I would like to do right away is go do some of these easy quests that I wasn't able to do the last time I played. So we're gonna run over, fast travel to some of the NPC villages and complete those. They should be pretty quick for us to do, and then we will be able to help our villagers defend the raid. What I'm gonna start doing with our playthroughs now is I'm going to play through a few days on my own and just do some random quests and things like that just to help us kind of move along a little bit quicker. And then when we go ahead and play together, I will just do a few quests and kind of show you guys how we're progressing in the game. Is that the one I wanted to do? Oh, there we go. Oh, let's do agility. Okay. So this foul play one, I'm not able to complete that until I build a chicken's coop. We'll have to keep ignoring that until I have that built. But we're gonna run over to Bradford, because I do have an election going on, and I mean, I'm not super concerned on like who gets voted in and that kind of stuff, but I do want to complete that one just because I think we'll get a decent amount of renown and we can start recruiting somebody else as well. But that's kind of where we're starting to bottleneck right now, is we just need a few more people, and I do want us to start progressing a little bit more, especially that we're at more of the tier 2 building level. And then once we get a few more people, I'm gonna get that weaver's hut built, the tool maker, and I think there's like a leather or a tannery. That's the other thing I want to get built so that we can start building some better gear. Once we start crafting that, then we're gonna go look at liberating our first NPC village. And that's gonna open up a whole new trading aspect of the game, which unlocks the economy and prosperity, and then we can start kind of experimenting with some of that, which I'm actually super excited for. Where are you? Oh, there they are. Oh, cool. So it looks like we've advanced enough where they want us to vote on their election. Okay, so I gotta go talk to these guys. Okay, so he's a hunter. This is a hunting village, so it's kind of nice. He seems to know that. Okay. Okay, so because of the, we want to go ahead and liberate villages, the current elder is okay with the the ruler, which is kind of nice, but at the same point, I think I kind of want to vote for this guy. Okay, let's go talk to the current elder. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the other guy. What's this guy's name? Okay, so whatever the other guy's name is, we're gonna go with him. Alright, so tomorrow they're announcing that. Let's see, one other. I did go ahead and do this one as well. I just had to bring some rough animal feed. But now I need to build the livestock barn, which we haven't really done any of the animal caring yet. So we are going to kind of wait to go and do that. But that won't be too bad. We're going to get like a chicken coop up and running first, and then we will go about building the livestock barn. And I do plan on putting a guide out here at some point all about like animal caring and stuff. I just haven't had time to do that yet, but that is something that will be in the works here. Okay, this one shouldn't be too bad. This I started that the fishing quest. So I just need to go speak with the elder here and see what he wants. Another thing I managed to do was I went and purchased some apple seeds because now we can start having our own orchards. I'm not able to unlock that though until the end game and we actually travel to the new endgame island that they have brought in, so it'll be a little bit before we can actually use those. But 5 roasted mushrooms just for fishing bait? Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a very easy one we can go and do. I think this is another... Oh. Well, it was pretty easy. He happened to walk right by us, so this one shouldn't be too bad. Okay, that one's not too bad. And I think this one's just over here. I do think that there's bandits nearby, but I don't think we'll have too much of an issue with them. Although we should have enough time to get everybody assembled. I know there's usually a couple bandits that walk around over here, but I'm guessing we've cleared this area out a handful of times, so I'm guessing they just haven't. Or they're right there. Oh. Where's our archer at? Alright, we'll just run over. Ooh. Alright, I guess that worked out just fine. And then I think instead of completing this quest right away, we will go back to our village here and prepare for that. Well, we might have time to run up and talk to that guy. I think we just need to talk to this guy quick. Okay, and I do want to try to... Okay. What items do you have? Yeah, he usually has strap you can purchase from, so every now and then I just run over to him to get that. But we haven't done very much of that through this playthrough, and I think we're going to be able to get that tool maker building up and running, and then we'll start being able to craft our own. Did we have... Oh, another thing I was able to do since our last round of playing was I did get our staging ground figured out a little bit better, so that should help us more with kind of getting our villagers a little bit better organized, making sure that they're always wearing the correct items. But yeah, that was kind of a big issue we were starting to run into. Let's see. I wanted to see if we had any more coins, because I was going to go ahead and start bringing those to the elders, and I think I have a few in my own personal stash. Why do I have so many arrows? Did I not do that one? I thought for sure... Okay, I thought for sure I needed more arrows, but maybe not. We also got everybody's library needs sorted. I sorted them kind of in two different categories. People with stronger like abilities in combat, I made sure that they had like combat skills that they were going to research more, and then some of the people that I don't have with combat, I had more of like the gathering, harvesting, production, that kind of stuff up and going, just because I don't want them having to deal with going out into battle and using up those books when they aren't going to be using those to begin with. Also, I've noticed that our like gatherer's hut in our our outpost, the tin and mud outpost, there really isn't a ton for them to do. So I might actually put a gatherer's hut out there so that they can start doing some of that stuff. But I was also thinking I might wait until they are at a tier 2 gatherer's hut. And now I just realized that this raid isn't coming until tomorrow, so I actually have plenty of time to go and do more of these quests. So I do need two logs, and I think 3 bronze ingots. Or excuse me, 3 bronze ingots and 2 logs. So we're gonna go over here and grab some. And I don't need those. I need 1 more bronze ingot. And of course I need a log, which I've kind of stalled a little bit on my wood gathering. We used up a ton of it when we were crafting a lot of these new houses and stuff, so I am getting a little bit behind on our wood production. So that is another thing I might actually start having my outpost go out and gather more of those items, but we'll go ahead and bring him what we have here. And there was something else. Okay, so there I can give more roasted mushrooms to that person. And then I believe they also need berries. Okay, and then... where? There we go. Berries and sage. I should have berries. If not, those are pretty easy. Those will be easy for us to find near that herbalist, so we shouldn't have any issue finding those. But I do think we're out of strap right now, so I am going to have them research a different item here. Is that a two-handed? I don't really want two-handed. There. Trying to get us some better weapons right now, and then I have researched a few different like boots, gloves, that kind of stuff. So we'll keep expanding on that, and that might be stuff that I do on my own without you guys watching. I might go through and craft like all of that different armor. But we should be able to do a few quests now. And that's, like I said, this is definitely going to boost us some with our renown here. And I've been trying, each time we go to this bookseller, I've been trying to purchase strength books. It's where I bottlenecked in my last playthrough, so I'm hoping this helps us advance a little bit quicker. And I think we're gonna do agility. Alright, what do you have? They have perfect. Okay, perfect. And then I'm gonna run over and sell all of these coins to this village elder. Perfect. And what was the other thing? Okay, that's in Padstow. Padstow. There we go. Okay, and I think... yeah, we gotta go over to that herbalist. At some point here, I would say in the next couple of episodes, I think we are going to get some livestock animals. I'm just trying to get our village a little bit more organized before we really start doing that kind of stuff. I just think right now it seems really spread out, but at the same time it just seems really cluttered in some areas. So I would like to get that sorted. And then I needed berries too, so let's see. There should be some right over here. We go. Okay, and we just needed 3. We grabbed 3. Okay, now we were able to give him... nope, that's not what I wanted. So we just need a boar tusk and that mixing flask. The other thing... we can go ahead... oh, I didn't realize you could loot his chest. That seems weird. Okay, but we're gonna run over to Padstow here. And that guy just needed a log and, or 2 logs and 3 bronze ingots, which we have those. I am just gonna go cut down one of these trees though. So I don't believe we had enough logs. I am hoping here to, as soon as we upgrade to that toolmaker, we should be able to make better axes. And we'll start using those for weapons and stuff like that for our villagers. But we do kind of want to get them swords though first. Because if they can have those, they'll be better off with that. But I do want them to start using better axes in general. And where are you? There you go. I'm back. That was not the right button. There we go. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we fully researched that arming sword. And then we should be able to talk with this guy as well. Eight pelt. Oof. Okay, and then this guy wanted the roasted mushrooms. Perfect. So that one is done. Okay, and I think, oh, I think one thing we might do here at night is go and kill some wolves so that we can finish that other quest. Just the next time we happen to be in Padstow. There's usually some over in this area, so they're not super hard for us to find, but I do want to go get this fishing quest kind of on the way, since that's one of the main quests of the game. And then I think on our way back, I'm gonna build a gathering hut for our other outpost we have, since we kind of have to walk through this area. Okay, what's next? What is over there? Is that... I think it's a boar. Oh, they gotta run all the way around. Oh, and that guy's got another quest for us. Okay, well, we're gonna take the easy way out. He did a lot more damage than I was expecting him to do. One thing I do wish we could recover our arrows. But, okay, so it is night here. I'm just gonna talk to this person, and then I will see you guys all in the morning, and we will continue on. Alrighty, good morning everybody. So I did decide throughout the night that I tore down some of these rocks here, and I am actually gonna set up our tool maker. I think over here in this area. I am gonna end up moving our fisher's hut, just because I feel like it's kind of in a bad spot right now. I do need to break away a lot of these boulders, but I'm hoping that my team just goes through... I'm hoping that my team just goes through and does that on their own. But hopefully if not, they can at least deliver some of the goods needed to complete that. I do want to turn off armor. What is gear? I'm gonna turn off some of this stuff. And weapons. And armor. Okay, because I do want them to start putting that in our other... Where is it? Armor. Gear's gonna be the same. Oh, that can stay. And weapons. Because this one here is going to be where we store all of our armor and things like that. So, one thing we can go ahead and do here before we get raided is I can go and talk to that bookseller over in Herndine because he is needed to complete a couple quests. There was another person that I just needed to bring the 8 pelt to, so I can go do that here super quick. And then throughout the night, I did set up that we are going to start having our gatherer's hut over in our tin and mud outpost. And then kind of our main settlement, I think I'm going to turn more into like a farming and livestock type town. Just because that requires a little bit more work, and then we're going to take some time to really set up our delivery system well. And I think what I might do is do that a lot off screen, and then I'll just show you guys what I did when we come back. Where is... Okay, now we gotta head over here. And that should give us more than enough time for us to make it back for the raid. Alright. And one thing I do think we need to do at one point is go out and start raiding, and I think we might actually do that before we liberate Herndine. So that might be a good place for us to do on our next stream. I try not to go out and do that constantly just because we do need people to kind of maintenance the village and make sure that we're actively making items. So I do want to do that kind of sparingly, but I do think we're at that point where we need to start doing that. And I think this time our goal will be not to die at the first place that we go out and try to raid. But I think that will help us advance a little further. It's a super easy way to farm renown and strap. And I think that would be very good for us. Let's see, we'll do crafting and agility. Yeah, let's just ask him. Okay. So we are going to go talk to this village elder. I have a handful of coins I want to get rid of. What did... I don't know why it does that every now and then. And nothing pops up. Okay, cool. So we are at a higher level with Herndine. Oh boy. Yeah, it's time for us to build the bell tower. Oh yeah, and I need to go talk to this guy. Okay, so that one's done. I'm gonna go talk to this elder just to see what he wants. He's probably just gonna tell us we need to build the bell tower. Oh, okay. Yeah, we want to wait. Yeah, I don't want to do that quite yet because they are... okay. We do want to talk with him. Okay. There was another quest over here. Let's go talk to this guy and then we'll head back home. Okay, so 3 rugged shirts and to check on the person in Padstow. Seems pretty easy. I'll go home and get some of the stuff prepared. And then hopefully the raid will start here soon. Usually it's right around like noon, 1 o'clock, so we should be pretty close to that time. And then next time we go to Padstow, we'll complete this fisherman's quest too. And then I did forget that I needed a carpenter's hammer. Okay, we'll have them send that. And that's a good one. We're gonna get a bunch of strap from them. Shallowtail and dartfish. We might actually have that. Okay, well, while we're at it, we will just get rid of this while we're waiting for the raid to start. But let me know in the comments, guys, like what you've been thinking, how the playthrough's going. I'm always curious to hear your guys' thoughts, suggestions. Let me know what you want me to let me know what you guys want me to do in future guides, playthroughs, anything. So I'm always curious what you guys want to see. And then of course I did break my pickaxe. But one thing that I'll show you guys, they allow you to place buildings over the top of like some of these items that can be removed. And I actually really like that you can place them and set up your village much better without having to like guess which trees or rocks that you need to remove. So I really like this. They put the little red X above them and that's made it super easy for me to figure out. I will say these boulders do take forever to actually mine them away. Now that raid should happen here at any point. Alright everybody, so here's the raid. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna have ourselves something to eat here and then let us raise our army. Oh. And have them start stocking up here. So most of them here should go to that area. I didn't realize I had mushroom stew on me. Everybody should go grab something to eat. And then I'm gonna go get, oh, I'm gonna go get rid of these books. Nice, so I leveled up my own strength. And then our raid's actually coming from a different area this time. And I think it's because we took out our nearest bandit encampment. So it's kind of nice to see it coming from a different area. I do notice I have some people who aren't grabbing weapons yet. And they might still be stocking up on food. They don't, it looks like they just aren't grabbing weapons. So there's still something wrong with my settings that I have for that. Yeah, there's still something wrong that I have with those settings. So I don't know, we're gonna grab that. I don't know, I guess you're gonna use a hoe. Okay, so who doesn't have weapons? Okay, you do. Do you? You do, you do, you don't. Oh, you don't. And you don't. Why don't you? Okay, who still doesn't? Is it you? Maybe you. Okay, you have, you have. I don't know why it's saying that they don't have any. But they, like, clearly do. I don't know, are you saying that she doesn't have a Oh, you're saying they don't have weapons because they're... Okay, well that's stupid. You have your bow, so you should be just fine. Okay, I think we'll be just fine. Oh. Oh yeah, they're a ways away, so we'll go meet these guys out a little ways here. We should be able to make it to one of the clearings, and then we can actually battle out there. Then we have some clear shots for our archers. We'll run over to the road here. Where are they at? I think this will be an okay area here. Yeah, this will be a good spot for us to do this at. Oh, they're gonna walk over that direction. Oh, one thing I don't know if you guys saw, I was able to research the crossbow. So once we get that toolmaker made, we will be able to start crafting those, which I'm super excited for. I heard it's very overpowered though, but I'll be alright with that if I can get a few people on our team who are good crossbow handlers. We're gonna move a little bit closer. Well, that was pretty quick. I'll let them take them out. Perfect. Super easy. We'll let them loot the area and we're just gonna run back to camp ourselves. So very easy. We haven't had a hard time with these raids in a long time, so I don't know, I should almost go about maybe increasing the difficulty of them. I think the brigand groups are actually way harder, so... Oh, that's our outpost. Back to our main area. That worked out well. One thing I forgot to mention, that your team does travel faster when you have them move to a position, so I do recommend doing that more often than just having them follow you. Okay, so I guess we can take a little bit of time here to figure out what we're gonna do next. So we have our tool maker that's gonna be going up in that area. And we have our woodcutter's hut over here, and our hunting hut in this area. We have our gatherer's hut here, which we might get rid of this. It's just not super important. We are doing a lot of our own farming, and I'm gonna build that foraging camp or foraging hut in our outpost, so I might get rid of this. I do want to get a weaver's hut up and going so we can start working on better gear that way, and then I do also want to get our tannery. Is that what that one's called? Tanner's hut. That's kind of what I want to get going, and I should actually craft this tanning rack. I'll wait till I have the tanner's hut down. We can start getting a little bit more organized. So, and then I think what I'll do is kind of just structure things that way, and then kind of let you guys know, we'll do a little touch base later on kind of how things have been going. Other than that, I think things are going pretty well. I don't know, I think we're doing well. So we might cut the stream there just because I'm gonna go off and do some of the random quests, and I don't know if you guys really want to watch that, so I will just probably see you guys in the next one. But yeah, I do appreciate all of you guys for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to join the Gambit crew, and I will see you all in the next one.